Hello, we're here today on Highway 13 with Jake Kendall, GM and President of Culver's over here in Marion. Hello, Jake, and welcome to Marion in Focus.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting to have you on the program here today. I wanted to start out with just asking you, how did you get started in this business? You know, you hear about it as young kids, you start out. What's your story?
When I went to school, I didn't necessarily think I'd be in the restaurant business. I was fortunate enough to my folks got into the restaurant business through a franchise, Culver's. And they let me go and fulfill my own dreams, I guess, if you will. And interestingly enough, although I had great opportunities and enjoyed it, I continued to come back to a couple of things. And at the time, I was not doing business in the community that I lived in. Mm-hmm. Traveling all over, and everybody thinks that's great, but it's not. And so I was missing some things. Yeah. And thankfully, their business, Culver's, provides that. It's exactly what it is. You live and work in the community together. You're serving the people that you see every day, mm-hmm. and that speaks a lot. And so that's what brought me into this particular business today. Everybody wants to go on their own business. Yeah. And everybody thinks that because they go out to eat and it's busy, that they want to be in the restaurant business. And so I'd like to say that that's what brought us here, but no, it's really, we're fortunate enough to find a good franchise. My grandparents both own their own business, so it's kind of been something that it's been in the family for a long time. Not Culver's, their own.
Right. But just that entrepreneurial spirit there that
that
resides.
My folks grew up with.
Yeah.
And that's what I grew up with. So
now, how long have you been in the restaurant business?
13 and a half years when it's all put together. My folks first bought into the franchise in 1996. Okay. Opened the first restaurant on the southwest side of Cedar Rapids. That was the second Culver's in the state of Iowa at the time. Mm-hmm. And today there's 34 in Iowa, 600 and roughly 50 across the country.
What makes Culver's unique to, with all of the other restaurants of this nature in the industry and in this area? What's the uniqueness?
I don't know that we're necessarily better than anybody else or unique, I guess, but one thing that we really, hang our hat on or take some great pride in is the value of our people. Mm-hmm. And that's, of course, the team that works for us and the team members and the managers, lots of great people. But really all the way to the top of the company, the Culver's, the founders. And it's still true to that day. I mean, it's a big company, but I still have very close relationships with, Craig Culver. I email him, I talk to him, I see him. We do things. For a company that's growing at the pace that we are, mm-hmm. they have stayed true to those beliefs and philosophies about our most important assets, our people. Mm-hmm. And that's filtered all the way down, and I think that's what's driven our success, and I think that's what, if anything, makes us maybe a little bit more unique than other places. Mm-hmm. Working within the community, you think that's important that you're able to live here. What's special, I guess, about Marion? Well, Marion is special in a lot of ways, but one, it's my home. Mm-hmm. So I live just less than 10 minutes from this restaurant. And really what I like best about Marion and just Iowa in general, it goes back to the people. It's a lot of good people, and they just genuinely care. And not to mention it, I think it's just a really unique community. I mean, it's connected to Cedar Rapids, and it's part of that, that area, but it's its own own environment, and then just the overall growth. It's just exciting. Yeah. You talked about giving back and working with making opportunities available on that to the city. What are some of the things that Culver's does to give back to Marion? One of the big initiatives that we're doing, and this is a Culver's-wide one, it's we give back to the program, FFA program, Future Farmers of America program. It's a really, really big initiative for us, and I think it's common sense why we support that. The farmers support us, and so whether it's with Linn-Mar or Marion FFA programs, we'll partner with them. I mean, that's something that we've done for, I think we're going on our 5th year there. As far as, we do a lot of share nights. And a lot of restaurants do share nights. But
what's share night?
A share night would be where we partner with an organization or a school or a church to where we'll set up a day and we'll give 10% of our sales to that particular organization. And we do our best to promote it, they do their best to promote it, so it's a win-win.
Sure. And how long have you been with the Chamber?
Well, as soon as we built the store in Marion, obviously, that was a big deal for us. And so this store was built in 2006, which, boy, does time fly.
Yeah, yeah. And how's the Chamber, what can you say about the Chamber? How has it benefited you?
I view them as an extension of our business, a partner. There's been a lot of times where I'll reach out and I'll have some questions about what maybe some other organizations are dealing with or struggling with that are similar to my challenges. Obviously, one of the things over the years is lots of regulations and things, and as a small business owner, you have to wear a lot of hats. I may not have the time to be the expert in that one area, so I got to go find somebody that is. In many cases, it's you reach out to the Chamber, and if they're not able to maybe provide some guidance or some resources, they probably know another business in town that's maybe a little further ahead. So hey, here's a contact. Why don't you talk with them? And that's, in my viewpoint, that's been the biggest benefit. Use them as a resource for connections. We've certainly reached out to the Chamber too can we borrow some office space? And can we hold a training class here? And they've been very welcoming to that, of course, as well.
Anything else that you want to share with residents of Marion or Chamber members at all about Culver's?
No, I think just the sincere appreciation of what it means to be in this community. I go back to why I wanted to do this, and it's obviously a really good fit for what I personally wanted to do, and so it's been fun.
Well, hey, this has been Steve Wilson with Jake Kendall of Culver's here in Marion, Iowa on Highway 13, reminding you to stay focused.